Hey, this is John from Iverson Automotive, and I just wanted to do a quick video about restoring anodized trim. And I guess I'm doing this because I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube, and actually it's a question we get quite a bit at car shows too, where I've seen people trying to polish anodized trim like this. This is some seat trim from a 60s Chevy, and these are anodized. These are originally anodized, anodized aluminum. And not to go into detail, but anodized is a kind of a chemical reaction that happens with the aluminum, and that it's kind of creates a protective coating, and it's kind of what it's there for. It does kind of have a dull finish. You'll see it on a lot of trim from late 50s and 60s and 70s, but you can kind of, it's super light, and it kind of has this duller finish. These are obviously pretty scratched up. So I've seen videos where people are putting these anodized aluminum on polishing wheels, and they're doing dent work and then trying to polish them, and you can't really necessarily polish this stuff because it just, with the anodized coating on there, it doesn't really do much. You can kind of clean it up, and that's what I'm going to try to show here. I'm going to go put this on the wheel and show you that you can't really polish this, where I have this other one. So what we do when we restore aluminum trim is first we have to take this coating off that, and we do that chemically. We have this tank here, and we drop it in there for about an hour and a half. There's a chemical reaction that takes the anodizing off, and that's what this piece is. So you can see it's a lot duller, doesn't have that anodized finish. And typically, I'd say the chemical way to take this anodizing off is usually the best. I've also seen people where they sand this off, and that's something you don't really want to do, because what you'll do when you're sanding it is you're going to have an uneven texture and an uneven finish when you sand it, because eventually you're going to go through in one spot and dig into the aluminum and not on the next. So you're going to produce a wavy finish, where is if you chemically do it, I'm still going to sand on this. So we'll be back. So just trying to do a little video to maybe save you some time, so you don't take your aluminum anodized trim and try to buff it up or restore it yourself. So but I'll be right back. I'll do a little video about trying to polish these, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back after polishing both of these pieces, and as you can see, so this one with the anodizing on it, I polished it about a minute with a little rouge, and as you can tell, it didn't really do much. It slightly cleaned it up. I didn't do this back side, I just did this side. So it is maybe slightly, has maybe a cleaned up, slightly more polished look, but as you can tell, all these dents and these scratches, these are not going to come out unless I chemically strip this or sanded this stuff off, which like I said, you don't want to sand it up. So doesn't really do much. So if you have anodized aluminum and you want it restored, don't waste your time trying to polish it. You're just going to clean it up a little bit. I would just recommend sending it to us or a professional. And these all, these can also be re-anodized once they're done. So as you can see, I spent about a minute on that other seat trim. And as you can tell, this one has been, the anodized has been stripped off. And then now you're down to bare metal. And that's where you can polish it. But as you can see, I didn't do any kind of sanding on this one. I just polished it. And you can see to get these imperfections, these scratches, these pits, actually this big pit right there is probably not going to come out because it's all the way through. So, but what we do on this is we do all the dent work coming from the back, hammer, chisel, dolly, and then we do a sanding process. And this would to get it to like a chrome-like finish. But you can tell as you can polish this because it's bare aluminum. This you can't really do much because it's anodized. So, like I said, don't waste your time. If you want your anodized aluminum restored, send it to us. We'll polish it up for you, straighten it out. We can also have it bright dipped. If you want to re-anodize, we can do that as well. Bright dipped and re-anodized. So, thanks for checking out the video.